Hey YouTubers, thank you all for visiting my channel, Lost Art. I am Lost Art and I'm out here enjoying this wonderful weather, enjoying these beautiful four elements, the sun on my back, the earth, the palm trees, the ocean. In the background, you can't really see it, but just enjoying this really nice weather in Biloxi. It's fresh air. Um, What I wanted to talk to you all about is how to talk to your Lyft customers, how to deal with them, how to approach them, how to make them feel comfortable, how to make yourself feel comfortable in the midst of dealing with them. Um, or not dealing with them per se, but interacting with them as the driver. And so if you've been watching my last couple videos, you know there's some things that I'm passionate about are traveling, health, spirituality, freedom, becoming an entrepreneur. And I've talked about how Lyft has been a good gateway for me to become self-employed and transition out of the job market back into being my own boss. Um, but yes, the reason why I think I made a video about this is because it's even though, as you can probably tell, I'm introverted, it's good to learn how to talk to people. And especially when something like Lyft or Uber or whatever you do, because you're interacting with a lot of different people, and a lot of these different people's, they're 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 people's people. They're they're entrepreneurs themselves. They have their own businesses, or they, work a really cool job, or it might be something that you're trying to do that they will be interested in. So it's really good to know how to talk to people because you could be missing out on potential networking opportunities. And of course, you want to make yourself feel comfortable. And I realize that something like this might be a little easier for introverts in the situation where you're only driving one person because it's like a one-on-one type of thing. As people who are lean more towards being introverted, we don't like, to necessarily talk in groups. So it may be a little overwhelming if you have two or three people or even four in your car, but most of the time it'll be a one-on-one situation. So I think the more you get used to driving people around and talking, um, the better you'll get at doing it. And one of the things that I struggled with personally was learning how to talk and drive. I've been driving since I was 12. I'm 29 now, but still, it's like something about meeting a new person, and you're trying to pay attention to your navigation and where to go, but then you're also trying to entertain this person with conversation. So it's more difficult than it sounds. For some people, it's probably easy, right? People who, they just naturally hold conversation and know how to, talk or whatever. But for, like I said, for more introverted people, it may be a little harder. It's not anything to worry about. You're not going to fail because you don't know how to, talk to people or what to talk about. It's just a learning process. So I think for me, the biggest thing that I've learned is just to make people feel comfortable. Like if you're a good listener, and I think most introverts are, if you're a great listener, um, if you know how to just allow people to make people feel comfortable, that's pretty much it. Because most of the time, you may ask one question or one question that'll make a person open up, and they'll just do the rest of the talking. So 90% of you is just listening, like intently, like like, oh, okay. Oh, wow, that's interesting. That's the majority of what I'm saying most of the time. If, if I'm with somebody, if I have a guest or a passenger that wants to talk. Now, sometimes, a lot of times, you'll get people that just want to, have their headphones on and they're listening to their own music. That's the majority, actually. Especially in the morning. Like, I usually drive from like 4 in the morning to 12 Monday through Friday because a lot of people are either going to work, going to school, or they're going to the airport. They need a ride to the airport. So a lot of them, especially that early in the morning, they don't want to talk because they're tired, or because it's really early. But sometimes you'll get people that are coming off from work early in the morning and they just want to vent to you about the job or whatever. They want to vent to you. So it's really just they'll ask you'll just ask me for instance, I'll be like, hey, how are you? Um, are you okay with the temperature? Do you want me to roll the windows down or turn the air or heat on? Um, and I'll kind of feel them out because a lot of times if they seem more closed off, that's all I'll say. But at least I've shown you that I've acknowledged you, and then I've um, also did something to try to make sure that you were comfortable. So you can do something like that, or if you get those customers where they're like sighing, like they're tired from work, and then you ask, did you have a rough day at work or something? And like I said, they'll pretty much do most of the talking. But it's just really filling the people out. Like I said, if you have somebody that wants to talk a lot, they'll do most of the talking. If not, then you're golden because you've already checked to make sure that they were comfortable. I usually don't play my music unless they ask. If they want to hear something, if they want to hear a station, or a lot of times they'll be like, whatever you play is fine, but I never play it too loud, um, unless they ask me to. Um, Sometimes I will in the morning play like soft, like jazz music, because, like I said, a lot of people are a little cranky in the morning, especially you're waking up and everything. So I'll try to play something to calm them down before work. But it'll be really soft, maybe like at a really low volume. And yeah, but see, like I said, the good thing about it is once you get used to talking to people, you'll meet people that you maybe click with more. And so that's when you start opening up opportunities to network with people. And then that's really gonna be what takes you to the next level. You can use Lyft as a networking opportunity instead of having to go to some big networking event and you're overwhelmed because there's so many people and you don't know how to approach a group of people, or you're looking awkward standing off to the side, or even if you me personally, I don't like dressing up. I don't like being in formal wear. I like to be dressed down most of the time. So with Lyft, you can wear appropriate, of course. You can wear whatever you want to. So most of the time I'm either with a t-shirt and some sweatpants, or a hoodie and some sweatpants. But you're also getting that opportunity to talk to different people, to network with different people, to talk about people with talk to people with similar interests as you, um, and you get the opportunity to for them to follow you or you to follow them, if they're interested enough. So it's really nothing to it, y'all. It's more experience than anything, and it's you just kind of go from there. But if you just have so much anxiety around somebody being in your car, which makes sense nowadays, 2022, you have COVID, you know, safety issues. So it makes sense if you don't want, someone in your car. You can always do DoorDash, you can do Grubhub. Even Lyft now is starting to do delivery. They're delivering car auto parts and stuff, so you don't have to. Uh, Uber Eats, of course, you don't have to have somebody in your car. I just did it because I thought it was easier, and like I said, I've gotten to the point to where I don't mind talking to people. Like I actually kind of enjoy it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And if y'all have any more questions, of course you can leave your questions in the comments section below. But as you probably know, like I said, if you watch my previous videos, I like to do a couple affirmations at the end of the video, because I don't know what direction you're going in, but I'm going in the direction of abundance and entrepreneurship. So I like to send out this same energy. So if you will repeat this affirmation after me: I attract wealth, abundance, prosperity easily and effortlessly. I attract wealth, abundance, and prosperity easily and effortlessly. I attract wealth, abundance, and prosperity easily and effortlessly. Great. So I know I might have said that kind of fast, but anyway, I'm about to get out here and enjoy this great weather. I hope this was informative for you all. Again, my channel is Lost Art. And if you all would like to, then you can subscribe. I'll have other videos about Lyft and how to navigate it. So yeah, I'll see you all later.